that's special about this track?
It's just a unique racetrack when you think about the layout of it. When they repaved it, I guess it's been 6 years, I think, maybe. 17 is when they did it. Okay, so yeah. So it's been some time now. When they repaved it, very flat, wide 1 and 2 off the gas, and then 3 and 4 is almost wide open. You can do it for a lap or 2 on your tires, or if the track temp's a little bit cooler, you can just about do it. So it's just a unique place, a lot different than what it used to be for sure. But it also makes it very challenging to set up your race car because one end's so different than the other. The amount of banking change from one end to the other is unlike anywhere else we go. So they say Darlington's a lot different from end to end. This place might be even more different.
Cool. Joey, the fact that the only guys come here once this year, I don't know how long that's going to last, but the fact that you only come here once, does that make Texas Motor Speedway a wild card now in the sense that, you haven't been here in a year?
It doesn't really make it a wild card as much. It's, like I said, it's a unique track because end to end is very different, and that's where Tesla will help us with that. But I don't know if it makes it that much different than what it was before. Texas has always been a special race to win, right? It's always kind of the cool things that come along with it, right? And you see Elio with the 6 shooters, and winning here, when we won here, I don't know if it was 14 or 15 when we won here, but just the victory lane's cool with the fire going, and you get the guns, and I don't know, all that stuff's really neat. It's one of the highest paid races as well, so that's a big piece as well. So it's definitely one that you want to check off.
Can you speak to the uniqueness of this track and what it's like to race here?
Here in Texas?
Yeah.
Texas is a place that is just very quick. I was talking to my team actually about that this morning. How, it took me a few laps to get used to the high speeds that we live here in Texas in comparison to what we see sometimes in other places. This is a very tricky place, and I'm glad we're here testing to figure out a few things.
And being Mexican-American, do you feel any more support in Texas in a state with such a high population of Mexicans?
Yeah, well, I'm not Mexican-American. I'm full Mexican.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I was born and raised in Mexico. But yeah, obviously, not just here in Texas, but everywhere we go, there is a huge population. Chicago was unbelievable. There were Mexican flags everywhere. And the support was amazing. In Atlanta, we had Denny's Amigos. We had 500 Latinos in there with an amazing support. So, I'm very fortunate. I'm very, very fortunate, very lucky to be, the Latino driver that I can connect and represent many, many Latinos in this amazing country. And also very fortunate to have NASCAR on my corner, Coca-Cola, the racetracks to support me, put programs together like Denny's Amigos. So I think I'm in a very unique, special position, and I feel very fortunate for that.
¿Y tienes algún mensaje para los fans mexicanos o hispanohablantes?
Claro, agradecerles por su gran apoyo. Como ya mencioné, la semana pasada tuvimos Denny's Amigos. Las últimas 2 veces que hemos tenido Denny's Amigos hemos ganado la carrera y terminado segundo. Entonces ellos son mi lucky charm. Muchísimas gracias por su gran apoyo y espero vernos pronto aquí en Texas Motor Speedway.
Gracias.
Got guys out here at the track. Big race coming up soon. What all's going on that we should know about?
Well, thanks to Goodyear for coming here today, this week, to test the tires and make sure that they have the right tire coming back. As you recall, last September there were tire pressure issues. So, salute to Goodyear for doing that. We're excited to have, Joey, Denny, and Daniel come. Just wanted to talk to Daniel. He was the first driver that I'd met when I was named GM, and we're working on some partnerships here for Texas, so it's good to see him and have them come back.
You're about a year into this now, so a lot of things I'm sure it's quite a learning curve, but just talk about this first year for you. It's an exciting time to be in NASCAR, a lot of things going on. What have been some of your biggest challenges?
Yeah, certainly getting acclimated to the sport. I had been involved in some consulting a little on the sport, but getting acclimated to the sport. I was with an IndyCar team for a brief stint as well, so it's machine, it's weather, it's the human element, working through all of that. I literally was at a conference just talking to some people about that. the outdoor world is much different, as you know, than the indoor world. And so working through that, building on tradition, legacy, but also looking to the future is what we're trying to do. And it is an exciting time, not only for NASCAR, but all of motorsports, right? So a rising tide raises all ships. And how can we be a part of that lift? How can we, quote unquote, drift off of the interest and renewed interest in motorsports? At the end of the day, we're a sports and entertainment destination whose core element is motorsports, and we get that, right? But we want to have a great fan experience. As Britton Smith always said, it's all about the fans, right? Fans first. So that's what we're always focused on, is the fan entertainment. The NASCAR Xfinity and NASCAR Cup Series races in the fall will be preeminent, no doubt about it. But all the things that we're doing to try to encourage new fans to come out who may not be motorsports fans, but they might like Locash as a country artist. They may want to support the military. They may want to get involved in the barbecue contest that I mentioned earlier. They may want to get involved in the fan zone. You know, we're really family friendly, and that's one thing that I've really picked up on. We're affordable, we're family friendly, people can bring coolers, we have free parking. I mean, there's not a lot of entities anywhere that can say that, and so that's what we try to focus on. We try to get better every day.
In Texas,